We are here, 3 minutes early, for no one to watch, for me to talk. Apparently some people said they'll be there. I'm not sure. I gave some warning this time, didn't just do it. I just ate some junk food, so I'm burping. You saw me eat junk food if you watched my earlier videos. Eating unhealthily like I always do. So we're going to look at my whatever, we're going to do whatever, we're going to talk, we're going to yell, we're going to shout, we're going to not fairly scream because that's going to be banned or get threatening text, whatever, this typical stuff. So I'm just looking at my whatever, is looking at the video, make sure it's running, make sure it's actually working, see if anything's going on. Eating unhealthily like I'm gonna turn off the sound as I'm gonna watch my own stream, make my own stream, make sure everything's running, and turn off the sound, of course, because we don't want useless echo. Echoes are annoying. Like, I know that's for a fact. When I'm dealing with echoes, like there's always people. You go to like Discord or like I guess back then we Ventrio or whatever. Go to echo. You have an echo because someone doesn't understand their hot micing as they call it these days. Like someone's watching TV or playing some music in the background. You constantly hear them. So they don't. That's why some people have push to talk enabled on their gaming services. Like they don't want to hear random people, or they want to discourage some people from talking. I'm probably partially too much talkative. I'm too talkative in chat sometimes. Always trying to get attention and be annoying, and then that's not a good thing when you're raiding. People don't want to hear random rants or random people off topic talking about. All they want to hear is call-outs. People want to hear the call-outs regarding like mechanics or something else. They don't want to deal with random people going off on tangents, just talking. They want to have focused chats and only about the game itself. That's what the goal of WoW is, talk about the game. Unless you're, it's an off night and people are getting drunk and raiding easy content, like farm content as they call it now. They always call it farm content. That's what they call it. Of course, yeah, my guild, we taking a break again. I took quite a bit of a break after all the stress of the last few months, the disastrous Oklahoma Findom incident with people paying her to do stuff, Not me paying much, but other people paying for that, yeah. I don't recommend Oklahoma in general. I don't recommend meeting people in Oklahoma. That situation was kind of a disaster, honestly. I shouldn't have done that. Like, that was probably the biggest mistake I've made in a while. I think it ended up a net negative. I ended up being embarrassed, humiliated, bullied. I mean, I would have gotten bullied even if I didn't do it. I would have been called a coward for years. If I didn't go to Oklahoma, you guys would never let me hear the end of that. You would have been calling me a coward for decades, probably. I would never get over it. So maybe it's better that I went, instead of getting called a coward, I just got mocked like I always do. I mean, I'm going to get mocked in general as this part of the package of being me. I'm a target of random people. It just sort of happens. It's what happens when you're me, Being targeted is part of my things that happens to me. It's what happens to me. Being targeted randomly and coherent for no apparent reason, That's what life is like when you're me. It's just one of those things that happens when you're me. I see people are here. No one's chatting yet, but I'm gonna post it on X. I can't post it on Facebook yet. I'm still on an unwarranted block. When am I what? So I see the fake Mr. Burgers douchebag is the only person here, or at least the only person chatting. I think it's just the two of us in the chat. It's me and this guy, and the fake Mr. Burgers, I'm never going to do firearm reviews. I can't really go to a firearm anyway. I don't want to break the law, and because of my mental health and my other things, I can't own a firearm. That's something I can't do. I'm not interested in that anyway. I'm not interested in firearms. And luckily for me, I'm not interested because I can't own one. So it works well, It works well that I can't own one because I don't want to own one. People like to say I'm a threat to myself and others when I'm not. It's one of those things that happens when you're me. I'm always being called. I'm falsely being labeled as a threat or a danger to myself, whatever. It's always bullshit happens when you're me. As things just sort of happen, It's always gonna happen like that. That's part of the package. Being targeted, being called threatening, or whatever. I know there's a whole chat dedicated to lying about me. It's just something that happens. It's really annoying. Like, these people are dedicated their whole life, or not the whole life, but it seems like their whole personality is dedicated to lying about me. That's like all they do. At least all I'm aware of. It's all I'm told about. Maybe these people do other things other than bullying me and stuff, but one of their goals is just to harass me and lie about me. That's something that happened in the past. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they would they get over it and they'd do something else with their lives, but somehow, for some reason, people aren't interested in bothering me. And because they know I'll react. That's just one of the things. When you react to people, they will target you and go after you, hoping for even more reaction. And I give them what they want. I go after people when they go after me. I fight fire with fire, as I've said many times. That's not a good thing to do. If you want to be left alone, you're supposed to leave other people alone. If someone's bothering you, you're supposed to ignore them. But in my experience, that doesn't even work. Is that thing, camera's really blurry or something? YouTube's blurry? Maybe I changed the quality of my video. It says it's 720, but it looks more like 0. Anyway, look at this shit. I see a blurry picture on my YouTube, but the actual thing is showing a higher quality. And whatever you are, you're annoying to respond to your chat here. Of course, everyone's annoying. I'm definitely annoying myself. People have accused me of being annoying, and when I'm accused of being annoying, I just take pride in not changing myself. I don't actually get better when it comes to being annoying. I'm always gonna annoy people. I don't know what it is about me. I set people off. I make people uncomfortable. I go after people when they bother me, and I'm not very respectful to other people. I know that about myself, and I haven't really made an effort to change. To be honest, I haven't really put much effort into changing how I am. I just expect people to accept me when I know I'm doing things wrong. And I go on and on about how it's unfair. And then honestly, it's probably mostly my doing. Maybe there is some truth to what I say, but I always whine. I'm too whiny. If I didn't whine, then maybe things would be easier. Maybe things would be more doable if I didn't complain about them. Maybe if I was more optimistic about life, it wouldn't be as bad. I think it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I complain, I whine, I rant, and then things look worse than they actually are because of my attitude and my acknowledging problems. If I just didn't go after people, if I just ignored things that are going after everyone, that would be easier. Life would be easier if I didn't complain so much. As I said before, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because I complain and whine, things get more difficult. It's just like how it works. So I'm posting my alternate Facebook. I'm gonna post my other Facebook, my Jessica Facebook that no one cares about. So I'm posting this on Facebook and X. We'll see if anyone responds to those posts or looks at those posts. Why should I review more than just food? No one even cares what I review. No one cares. I don't know much about things other than food. And even food, that's debatable. I reviewed food. I could review movies, but I mean, I know movies pretty well. I used to do movie reviews, I guess. Not visual, like video movie reviews. I just did. You know what, Mr. Burgers? Just get over me. You're one of those little autistic freaks that can't help it. I know you can't help it. You've been going after me for years now. Are you the same goon that's also true Greasy Clown fan, or as you call yourself, true Mr. Burgers fan? Because that makes sense. Like, you've always gone after me for years and made up lies about the fake Mr. Burgers, aka Jesse Powell Stroud, who pretends to be Mr. Burgers, and that's just pretty stupid. Of course, I always call things stupid when I don't understand them. I don't get it. I don't get the obsession with me. I'm not that interesting. I'm boring. I'm whiny, but people are obsessed with me anyway. They just hammer this whole point. They send emails to me constantly. I get barraged with incoherent, random, angry, religious emails daily now, from Jewish things and Catholic. Not like Catholic, mostly Jewish and Buddhist. Jewish and Buddhist, recruitment things, conversion things, email me and constantly whine to me. Or not whine to me, just go after me and then I whine about it. People are always sending me emails and stuff. Not direct emails, it's not news groups, I don't know what to call it. I guess chain letters or email listserv, maybe they used to call them. I'm on some list of people who need to be converted to Judaism, Mormonism, whatever. And the worst part was having random teenage Mormons knock my door, and I didn't take well of that. I was kind of toxic and I refused to answer the door and do anything with them because they called me by name. Someone probably, maybe it's Jehovah's Witnesses. That would be a Xantha thing to do because she used to be Jehovah's Witness as a child. I'm not Jehovah's Witness. I'm not anything other than a whiny atheist agnostic. People feel the need to tell me I'm going to hell or that I need to repent when I don't need to. People need to stop going after me like that. I mean, I don't need to because I can't stop this behavior on them. I can't stop people from going after me. Maybe I could diffuse the situation, but honestly, I don't. And that's not healthy. It's not healthy to let things go. I should just let things slide, get over it. But that's not in my. I'm not a robot. But it's not my MO. It's not my mode of operation. I just get angry and then I ignite the flames with my own attitude problems, and then things happen. I guess I'm self-aware, but I'm not self-aware enough to change my behavior, which leads to further problems. I'm somewhere in the middle where I'm aware of what I'm doing, but I choose not to change myself. I think if I really tried, I could improve my attitudes. All right, Mr. Burgers, why is your autism flaring? I mean, you are a freak of nature or just a freak obsessed with me? I mean, I don't get it. As I said before, I don't get why people are obsessed with me. I don't understand why people go after me, constantly do AI of me, and then claim I'm a fake Mr. Burgers when I'm the only Mr. Burgers. Other than a few restaurants that also are Mr. Burgers. I don't understand it at all. I mean, it's on you though. Like, you're obsessed with me, you can't help it. You're never gonna help it though. You're never gonna change. You're never gonna stop. And my hair's about the same as it's always been. Maybe it's receding a little bit, but I haven't. I look at my old videos. I look about the same. I get hair grows, my hair shrinks because I get haircuts I get haircuts randomly. Like I get haircuts the way other people order Burger King. Like I get like a number 3, number 4, whatever. I don't have fans, Blackblood. I have ironic fans, honestly. Maybe I don't know if I have any fans at all. I only have 48 subs, and it's been stagnant for like a week or two. I guess I need to upload more shorts. Shorts are the main source of subscriptions for me. They don't really stick around though. Like, they stay subscribed, but when you make shorts, you don't get much traction with that. Or at least I don't. I might get a couple thousand views on an interesting one, but honestly, shorts views are not an accurate reflection of your content's interest, people being interested in your content. I get like 2,000 views, they'll say, oh, 25% of them viewed this video. And then most people, I think, actually get like more like 40% viewed. But majority of people who view a short are actually swiping away. I don't look 50 though. Get help, because you're not gonna get help. So telling you to get help is not help. It's not helpful. It's fruitless. I assume you are a member of Operative's Dickum chat, as he calls it, or his bully chat, as I would call it. And sadly, no one else. There's only 2 people in the chat, or 3 people, including me. I'm not responding to chat because if I pay attention to the chat, I lose focus on the chat on my video, which is not. I focus on the video. And you probably look 50, but act 14. Of course, I also act 14. I have this emotional trip that makes me behave like a 14-year-old. My world centers around myself, and I blame other people for my own problems, and that's just what I do. You know, I'm always blaming other people for things that I'm causing, and that's not health. I don't have a healthy attitude when it comes to these things. I'm always whining, always blaming other people for things that I'm doing in myself, and that's not good at all. It's not good to be like that. It's not good to do that. It's just not a healthy attitude to have. And I do it anyway. I'm always behaving in this poorly. And I don't know if it's bad. Maybe it's worse than I'm aware of it. Like, maybe I'm aware of it and I'm not changing. Like, maybe it's worse than being unaware of it, because I'm actively acknowledging what I'm doing and not making an effort to improve it. I'm just uploading old content and then getting angry when people don't watch it. I'm not angry. It's frustrating. You know, I upload all my content. And I get stuck on a low number of subs, and I don't really post anything new other than random vlogs. I just go off on tangents for a few minutes and expect people to watch it. Thanks for all the hearts. I don't know. I have like a bunch of hearts shooting out there. That's good, I guess. I don't know if the reactions do anything for the channel, but it's nice to see hearts flying. That's a romantic behavior, I guess. That's a romantic behavior. Everyone loves the meme. I don't know. Are you Xantha? Only Xantha would be that stupid to call me that. We should call you the loseriest of losers, because that's what you are. I shouldn't behave like that toward you, but you're really annoying, and I don't like people who insult me. Even if the insults are probably accurate, I don't like being insulted. I don't take well to that. I don't take well to a lot of things. Or the AI generated pictures of me, and the Kane guy who's accusing me of being Nick. He's not accusing me of that much. This guy has tagged the FBI and the Pleasanton police saying I'm a threat. That's not acceptable. I mean, obviously the ex-employees don't speak English, because any actual English-speaking moderator should be banning that guy. Like, someone who tags the FBI and the police accusing me of being a threat should be banned immediately and investigated. But because I'm me, it's okay, you know? That's one of those things that I've come to realize growing up. I have to accept this poor treatment that I've been getting over the years because of who I am. It's frustrating and it's unfair, but I can't deny that it's going to happen. It's just how it is. when you treat others poorly, they'll treat you poorly as well. And that's just something that's happened over the years. Something I've learned to deal with. I don't deal with it well, but I have to deal with it. I can't expect things to get better if I don't improve, and I'm not. So I don't know. Like, there's this weird thing going on. This weird trip. Your friend works for the FBI. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know if it sucks. I'm just saying. I say that sucks. I say that things suck too much. I use words like suck and douchebag. Well, I have no case because I'm me. Anyone else, it would be totally bad, but because I'm me, it's good, I guess. Like, whatever I do is bad, whatever they do is good. If I was anyone else, it would be unacceptable to treat me the way people treat me. I know how it is. That's one of those things that goes on. I have to deal with it, and I don't deal with it well, but I have to deal with it anyway. It's gonna happen, you know. It's gonna happen no matter what. I've come to realize this over the years, as I've said many times. There's this whole doubled standard with me, where I have to accept poor treatment, and other people can complain about it. Well, I can complain about it, nothing gets done. But if other people complain about being treated the way I'm treated, it would be put to a stop. It would be ended immediately if anyone else. But because I'm me, I have to accept it. I don't want to accept it. I want it to stop, but it won't. And that is really how it is. I'm always getting attention. It's not always good attention, though. The attention is kind of negative, but I thrive on any attention. I'm like a self-aggrandizing teenager, where it's like, you tell me not to do something, I do it just to spite you. Like a teenager that refuses to behave because I'm being told not to do something. You tell someone not to do something, and they do it anyway. Like an angry child. Tell me to go to bed, I want to stay awake. Tell me to get up, I want to stay in bed. And today, I guess I should probably go on about what happened today. I had an interview. I don't know how well it went. It was a little too short. It was honestly not as long as it should have been. They just asked a few basic questions. I asked a couple questions after they prompted me to ask questions on my own. And I think my questions are relevant and my answers were okay, but I could have done better. I know I could have done better. I gave them the basic information, and I feel like it was too short, though. I felt like it wasn't in depth enough. I felt like they obviously weren't too interested. But they put an effort. They put an effort to talk to me and ask relevant questions and gave me a chance to talk about myself. And I did that. I did as they asked, but I don't think I went above and beyond to provide best information. I think I'm a little too honest. I'm a little too honest. I'm a little too honest and apologetic and stuff, and you got to be a little more assertive than I am, and assert yourself in a good, healthy way. I haven't taken a drug test, and if I took one, I would pass it. I've never done drugs. I know people have said I look or act like a meth head, but I'm not. I've never done any drugs. I've never even done pot. Honestly, I'm afraid of doing pot even, because I fear I'd have a negative reaction to it, like a bad reaction, like a paranoid reaction. I'd go off on people and stuff. I would think that everyone's out to get me. I'm pretty paranoid without pot even. I'm very paranoid about everything. Anything that goes on, I get agitated and paranoid, and then I just expect things to go my way when they don't. And then if they don't go my way, I blame others. I don't accept responsibility. Yeah, let's see. I'm just type something in my computer, and then I expect people to care. I've never done drugs in my life. I never will. Or maybe if I could find the right person to do drugs with, like pot, maybe I would consider it. But I don't trust the average person to do drugs with me, at least. I feel like I would be put on the spot and like recorded. Like people would record me and like say this guy's a high, and then like get me in trouble. I realize marijuana is legal in California, but I'm still a little concerned about what would happen, both in terms of my reaction and my behavior on drugs. That's just one of those things, you know. I'm already on a couple medications. I don't think they do. I don't think that medication would go well with drugs or even alcohol. I'm pretty sure it's bad to do this with alcohol. Like to do my Latuda with alcohol is not healthy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a pill ahead, but I take medication because I need to. If I didn't take medication, I would be worse than I am, and I'm pretty bad about how I am. When I go off my meds, I get really bad. And just as something that I probably should do something about my behavior, though. I probably should be a little more concerned about my actions and stuff, and then actually respond better to criticism. I don't take criticism well. It's just something that I haven't done good with. I haven't been good with criticism ever. I just haven't been properly, like, I haven't done the right things to improve. And yeah, I've been bothering people on Wikipedia, and I've gone off my meds a couple times. The last time I went off my meds for an extended period of time was about 5 years ago, and that was terrible. I was unmedicated for about 4 months, from September through the 2020 through the beginning of 2021, where I had another hospital vacation, and they put me back on meds. They put me back on the meds, the same meds, and I improved pretty quickly. But I was still unemployed for quite some time at the time. I think the unemployment really got to me. The whole COVID situation made me behave worse than I would have otherwise. Like, I was not behaving well during that time. And I had been off my meds for a couple days at a period. I went off meds for a couple days, and then more recently I cut back a med without being recommended to be off the cut back. I cut off meds. I wanted to try out less of it, and I did not do well without that medication. I was rather angry. I was getting mad at my father for no apparent reason. Like, maybe I was somewhat justified in my anger, but I didn't react well to his, like, discussions and stuff. And I took my anger out on him. I didn't do anything that bad, but I was pretty rude to him. I guess 3 months ago, maybe 2.5 months ago, I was kind of rude. Because I went down on my Lamictal. I cut it down from 200 to 100 milligrams, and I definitely need to stick with 200. Well, I haven't been to. Honestly, I will go off and admit something. I was in jail for a day and a half once. Not quite a day, about a day and a half. Thank you, Black Blood. Thank you for your comments on my videos as well. It's nice to get comments, positive comments especially. I'm always looking to improve as well. I might try to do a new burger review in the next few weeks. Next week or so. Because my brother's in town, or he's going to be in town soon. I think he's coming tomorrow. We haven't done a review in a while. I think the last review I did was like this summer, maybe. Yeah, COVID was a tough situation. COVID was very frustrating. And then I made a huge mistake. I left a job at the beginning of COVID. I thought I could find a new one quickly. I wasn't performing my best, and I felt like leaving, and then I did. And I could have stayed though. I wasn't in trouble or anything, but I could have definitely kept the job, maybe taken a quick, even like a sabbatical or a quick, like a week off or whatever. And I didn't. I just left. That's probably the worst mistake I've ever made. It's one of the worst things not the worst things I've ever done. I've done worse things than that. I've done worse things than just going off. I've done worse things than quitting a job. I've insulted people and targeted people because I thought they were someone that was bothering me, and that turned out they weren't that person. That someone else was pretending to be them, and I was convinced. Someone convinced me they were someone else, and I went off on the actual person who I thought they were when it was just some random troll on Kiwi Farms. That's the worst thing I've ever done, is insulting some guy and like threatening some guy with incoherent threats. I didn't do anything. I didn't actually do anything, but I was toxic enough to get in legal trouble with that person. 190,000 IQ. Is someone? I'm not seeing. Are you responding? Is Blackwood responding to someone? Is someone else talking and it's not letting me see? Maybe I don't see anyone else, but I see some responses. I feel like someone responding is something I'm not seeing. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure who's. I feel like hopefully you guys are talking. I'm not seeing all the chats. I have it on live chat though. Maybe you guys are talking and I'm missing context. I will be honest. I struggle with context at times. I don't always follow things. I don't follow directions. I don't follow conversations all the time. I think I get that from my father, my dad. He is often confused by simple conversations. In the past, he would talk to me. I would talk to him for like 10, 15 minutes. And then he would ask me a question that clearly showed he wasn't listening to me, he didn't understand anything I was saying. That's really frustrating. At least at this point, he admits he will say he needs me to repeat myself, and then he will actually understand a little better. But when I was in college, I would talk to him about my degrees and what I was planning to do with them. Then the questions or the statements he made after 10, 15 minutes, that would show that he wasn't listening to me. And I didn't take well to that. I see another person on the channel. I'm sober as a judge. Am I in a Christmas mood? I don't want to make amends though. I just want to be myself and not listen to anyone else and just talk constantly. But I have to listen because I got to learn my mistakes. But I don't want to, but I have to. And what should I make amends for? I don't really want to, but I probably should. I know I've made some mistakes. Yeah, TikTok is okay. I made a very strange video on TikTok. Yeah, my brother. Yeah, he's a genius. My brother is definitely better off than me in terms of his career and stuff. He probably makes like I think he's made like twice the pay that I've ever made. Like I think my peak salary was like half of his best salary, and that's just a little disappointing. He also deserves more money than I do. Like he works a lot harder. Even when he's on vacation, he's still answering the phone. He's still in virtual meetings, whatever. Like when I'm on vacation, I'm not working. But when he's on vacation, he is still responsible for things at his job and stuff. He's still responsible for various things, even when he's completely off the clock. Whatever, he's still responsible. And then that's really respectable. But I don't know if I can handle the work he does. I don't have the education he has. I don't have the experience he has. So I can't expect that sort of level of education. I can't expect that level of pay or that level of responsibility. He is definitely the hardest working person I know, or one of them. I know a lot of hardworking people. I am not the hardest working person I know. I mean, when I have a job, I work hard at it, but then I get burned out and I often leave. My last job lasted about 4.5 months it lasted, which is honestly the longest career job I've had since 2022, 2023. I've only had 2 jobs that lasted like a year and a half or like a year or more. I mean, I have worked the same job like 2 different times, and they have what they call the seasonal layoff at Great America. You know, like a seasonal layoff, that means you're laid off, but it's not really your fault. It means that Great America is closed for the winter, and you can't come back until they open again. I think the management of Great America has random stuff they can do. They can like deal with HR and like whatever they want to do. But us grunt employees working the food shacks and working cooking the food, we do not have a consistent role at Great America. We are only expected to work 9 months a year, like March to October. And then there's only 3 months of full-time work because March, April, May, you get weekends only. Then back in August, like late August, early September, it's another weekends only. And maybe from like late May to late August, you get full-time, which is still pathetic pay. You can't live off a Great America salary, especially with the hours and the inconsistent issues. And at Great America, rain can cause your day to end. Like if it starts raining and no one's there, you can't run a roller coaster, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it makes it a little inconsistent. You can't rely on a carny salary. You can't rely on a food service salary, unless you're really scrimping it. Maybe if you had a studio apartment with another person, you could possibly live off that. And it had to be a cheaper studio where you're scrimping completely and missing some key elements of what apartment living. You can't, no pool, and then you probably have to pay. And then no pool is one thing. You probably can't have a fancy complex, nice pool, and a nice gym if you want to live off an entry level job. I mean, this is California, but I'm pretty sure most minimum wages don't cover necessities. I guess that's sort of what to be expected, though. Minimum wage is designed more for teenagers and college students than it is to be a living wage. I don't know what a living wage should be or would be. I don't really think it's the best idea, but maybe as someone who probably wouldn't make much more than minimum wage, I'm not sure what to think of that. I don't have a strong opinion on the wage situation. I know somewhat about it, and I think maybe not having a high minimum wage is better, and even not having minimum wage, like most jobs pay more than minimum wage as it is. It's so low that the minimum wage is lower than most companies will pay anymore. And I don't know if increasing it would change anything, but because the national, like the federal wage is like ridiculous, like $6.75, $7 an hour still. It hasn't gone up nearly as much as inflation, so it's sort of a pointless thing. Even if they increased it a small amount, it wouldn't be much. It wouldn't do much for anyone. Anyway, I don't know. We're at some point here. We've been 30 minutes in, and we're actually talking. It's nice to have we actually have people talking today. We're chatting. Yes, last stream I did no warning. I just decided to stream. I didn't put any effort into posting it on social media. Yeah, I live with a roommate. Honestly, I haven't lived with a roommate for a long time. But if I didn't have family support, I would need that. If I didn't have support from my dad, like money from my dad, gift cards, and gift cards from my mom, I wouldn't have to have a roommate. The last time I had a roommate was 16 years ago in college, in grad school. I lived with this kind of strange guy. He's really reclusive and quiet, and he seemed really uncomfortable around everyone else. Like he was an undergraduate student living with us other guys, and he didn't seem very comfortable with anyone. He didn't really like. We'd throw a couple parties, and he would not be there, or he would just stay in his room. Maybe, I don't know. He didn't do much socially with us. Like we had some couple parties we threw at our complex, and we got a bunch of people over. But he didn't. I don't remember him actually being at the parties, or at least not interacting with anyone. Maybe he was there. I don't remember very well. But I like to think I have a great memory. I like to think my memory is exceptional. Honestly, I think me and disability might have a strong and I think I might end up on some sort of disability or some sort of special home. I feel that about myself. I fear that I'm gonna end up on some sort of assistance that doesn't go well for me, or I want to have the normal life, like the standard, the decent, well-paying job, the 2 kids, the wife, the hot wife, ideally. It's probably not in the cards, though. You know, when you're a strange guy who doesn't hold down jobs very well, and when you bother people and stuff and make you uncomfortable, you don't have much choice. It's not really your decision. It's not really my decision what happens, you know. It's not my decision. I wish it was. I wish I could have more choice in what happened in my life, but things change without my consent. I can't control the world around me. I mean, no one can really control the world around them. It's just, you know, whatever will happen is going to happen. And I know there's a little bit of delay. Like my stream, what I'm doing on stream, I think is about 30 seconds of delay compared to the actual content that's on my OBS. I don't have it turned down to ultra low latency, which is okay, I guess. But you know, I'm gonna pull off. I don't know. I did a few videos already today. I think I did like 5 videos. Honestly, I think like 5 videos is a lot, but I do that sometimes. I don't upload anything for like a week or 2, and then I go off on a lot of videos at once. Of course, not many people are looking at them, but at least they're there. You know, they're there if people want to see them. The Mr. Burgers videos are around. The other videos around. And we're streaming, you know. We're streaming loudly and not very proudly. I'm not ashamed of this, but I'm not like excited to stream, I guess. We are. We're just here, you know. We're not here. Maybe you're queer. I'm not queer, but I'm here. And I am online. I'm on the stream. Honestly, I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. Maybe longer than last time. Last time the stream was only 1 hour. But I know a lot of people are dedicated to their streaming craft, and they stream for hours at a time. People are streaming like 4 or 5 hours, like doing video game streams, and that's not very helpful for me. I mean, I'm always getting in trouble online, and that doesn't work well for the stream. When I'm bothering people and harassing people, I get what I deserve, and I get treated the way I treat other people. You treat other people the way you want to be treated, and I don't know. I treat people poorly, and they treat me poorly in return, or maybe it's the other way around. I blame them for my actions, honestly. I put the blame on other people when I'm the one who's causing problems sometimes. So we're looking at the hour. I'm looking at the hours, the content, whatever. I'm just looking at the engagement, everything. We got I don't know what's going on exactly. We're just looking at everything. I'm just checking all the stats and seeing who's here and who's not. My cousin is weird and kind of boring. I only have one cousin I'm aware of on my mom's side. He's like first cousin. My aunt has no kids on my dad's side. My uncle has one kid, my cousin, and my mom had 2 kids. My mom and dad had 2 kids. There's only 3 of us I'm aware of. I think I have more distant cousins from other parts of the family, but direct first cousins, I can only think of one. My uncle's kid on my mom's side. Well, I guess she's not a kid anymore. She's like 50 or something, and she's not doing very well. I think she lives in like a extension of his house. Like she still lives with her father pretty much effectively. Haven't made a version. I do sing sometimes though. I have made a few songs. I've made a few songs over the years. And I probably will again at some point. I want to be a musician, but I'm not dedicated to that for some reason. I think I want the fame of being a musician more than actually doing the music itself. I mean, I love music, but I don't make enough of it. Mostly I make MIDIs. I make random MIDIs and then upload them to this website. Occasionally I download them and put them in games and stuff. Drinking water on stream. I've been talking straight for about 35 minutes now. It's been about 40 minutes, hasn't it? It's been almost 40 minutes. I dropped something here. Bend it down, put it back on. I dropped my water cap. And I am streaming and everything. I can sing for everyone. I can sing. I'm gonna sing something. I don't know how high the quality. I mean, I don't know. The singing isn't. My voice isn't the best. My voice is not amazing, but I can sing. I'm gonna sing a thunder and rain song into my webcam mic. There goes the thunder and there goes the rain. Nothing left to explain here. There goes the thunder and there goes the rain. Nothing left to explain, yeah. Let the rain showers fall upon me. Let the rain showers fall upon me. No umbrella, no umbrella, no umbrella, no umbrella. There we go, that's a song. It's called Online Sequencer. I have Online Sequencer. Online Sequencer. I'm going to post my profile on Online Sequencer. You can see I've made a bunch of songs. This is my Online Sequencer profile, where you guys can look up all my songs. I have made 648 sequences on this thing over about a decade. Most of them are older, but I've made a few in the last year or so. Like about 20 maybe. Pretty cool, and I made a bunch of stuff. I keep making stuff on there, and I don't get much traction on those, but I get some views. I get some views to my songs. I'm gonna play one. I'm gonna play a song for you guys. I don't know if I'll share my screen. I'm gonna play one of my most recent songs I made. Let's see if I can find a good one. You guys won't hear it as soon as I hear it, but I'm going to load up my app here and play a song I made, I guess it's been about a year almost. January 2025, I made this little song, I started playing it, I didn't notice that. I'm going to start over and play it once. Let me see if I can start over. I'll play it one more time. Pretty short song, doesn't really have much intro. It has a little intro and then it goes on. Honestly, it's only 6 measures. Like, it's not much. It's only 6 measures, and it's not much to work off. And kind of high pitched notes and stuff. I already still running. I gotta turn it off actually. It's the whole thing, you know. Where is it? I can't see this. There you go. I'll turn it off. Yeah, it is some views because it's just consider like the average is not that high. That is only about 300 per song. That's not amazing considering how much I've churned out there. Of course, my YouTube has less than that. I'm looking at my YouTube views now, see how bad that is. I know it's a little bit lower than it should be, maybe. I feel like I have good content, but honestly, I'm not consistent. I'm always getting a little distracted and then not adding much content to my YouTube channel. And let's see, on my YouTube views, how to I need to figure out how to look my views. Overview, blah blah. My YouTube channel has 20,000 views. 20,000 views, 90 watch hours, and 48 subs. So lately the subs are a little stagnant, and it hasn't gone up much in the last month. And 20,000 views, all within the last year, I think, almost all the last year. I used to upload only park videos. Like I made these videos of parks where I just go to a park and go on a swing. It's kind of weird. I go on these parks and I walk around and I review the park and like talk about it. I got some negative commentary on that one like a long time ago from people on Reddit. People on Reddit would like I think someone called me a pedophile for going to a park. I got really angry at them and I started targeting them, like getting really toxic toward them and like calling them names. I'm not well behaved when people go after me. I'm very poorly behaved toward them. And it's not a good attitude to have. When people are mean to me, I'm mean in return. When I'm mean to people, they're mean in return. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a cycle. Yeah, Reddit people. One thing I don't like about Reddit is that you can now hide your commentary, like your comments and your posts. Like people feel like targeted by others. So they don't really have a block, but if you let's say you look at a random profile and it shows like you have a bunch of karma, but you can't see a single post. They can post whatever they want, but then no one can see their posts unless there's a way to get around that and look at everyone's content. And look at their content and like do everything. But I can't see other people's content sometimes. This doesn't show up. They don't want to be contacted or looked at or researched, whatever we call it. They don't want people to see what they're posting, and they don't want people to see anything. I think I don't know why they do that though. They just don't let anyone see what they're posting or doing anymore. It's just kind of weird to me. I always want people to see. I want people to see my content. I want people to know who I am and leave my mark on the internet world. And I post a lot of random stuff, and I want people to see it and then review it and like respond to it. I want people to respond to what I'm posting and have people respond and interact with me. I feel like hiding your posts is kind of cowardly. It's just new. It's very common though. Like you look at a random account. I look at some random account. I'll click on someone's thing and it's what is this? But like some people will hide everything. I think it's a new feature though because they feel like targeted or something. I'm not a stalker, douchey. But I don't like that. I want to know who I'm talking with. I want to know what their interests are. I want to understand where they're coming from. I don't want to just look at see nothing on it. I want to understand what they're coming from and what they think, and then so I can know what they're about. I don't want to stalk anyone, but I want to know what everyone else is about and what their interests are. Like I'm not like talking about any specific person. I just want to know who I'm talking to. I want to get to know people. And when someone has their entire page blanked and all you can see is their current response, it's a little disappointing. I want to know everyone. I want to understand what their interests are, where they're. Is this the actual Comedy Shaman or is it some like parody of him? I think I have his number. I have his number or something, but I don't know if I want to call him to a show because I don't know what he'd do. I don't want to bother him. I don't want to make him uncomfortable. I mean, he's a pretty chill guy with me. I know he gets really angry at times, but he's pretty chill. He's pretty chill when he talks to me and stuff. He doesn't react too much or get angry or anything. Sorry, I just burped. So I had some weird candy. I had some Shaq gummies. You know, Shaq, like Shaquille O'Neal. He sold out to gummies. But no, Black Blood. I don't think they're throwaways because these accounts have tons of karma. The throwaways have like no karma. These accounts have like hundreds of thousands of karma, and the throwaways are just like the throwaways. They have like no traction, no karma. They just have a couple posts, and then they don't have much to say. But they don't have much to do or much to say. They just want to hide everything, and they want to post like. I mean, I don't like throwaways though. I've had some negative interaction with throwaways where they're targeting me. There have been a couple of throwaways. One of them posted a fake story about seeing me act weird in a park. Another one more recently posted my TikTok video saying they saw me acting strange on a subway. I got really mad at both of those. I was very angry at both of them. I mean, that just happens though. I don't really know what else to talk about with that, but it's really frustrating, and you have these people that feel the need to lie about people online. I know it's possible they actually saw me. It is possible they actually saw me interacting, being weird online or being weird in person, but I don't want to believe that. I want to believe that it's fake. I want to believe there's just some bullshit. There's just some scam. There's just some joke or something. But it might be an actual person who saw me and felt uncomfortable. I know I make you uncomfortable at times. As Ted Mosby said, if you can't find the weirdo on the bus, it's you. Like Ted Mosby was like on a bus telling everyone about architecture, and like everyone sat on the other end of the bus. I felt bad for him. I can relate to him there. Like in my teenage years, I would feel like I could join conversations, and then people didn't want to upset me, so they told the teacher like to tell me not. Just because they're talking, they didn't want to talk to me. It was a little upsetting. I wasn't good with social cues. I think I'm still not, but I wasn't really good at social cues when I was younger, and I didn't understand like what to say sometimes. Beginning of fame, I think it's a little stagnant though. I don't get much fame. I think it's more infamy than fame. It's not very healthy to have infamy. Infamy is not fun, but I guess some of it is. I like you'll know who I am, but I want to be known in more of a positive light than a negative, disastrous light. I want to be known more than this guy who gets angry. And yes, I do get angry pretty often. I get too angry even. When things don't go my way, I don't take it well at all. These things happen, and then I don't respond respectably to others, and it's a very unhealthy behavior to have and do. It's not, when you're angry, things aren't very fun. When you're having a bad outlook, things aren't enjoyable, and then you just get frustrated, and then you go off on people, and then it's not healthy to do that. It's just really not healthy. But it is part of life. Anger is a part of life. It'd be better if I didn't have that, but I have that. I have some anger issues. I am aware of that. People have told me that anger is not healthy, and I know it's not. I'm aware that it's not. And I should probably do something on this channel, like do some, I don't know, I should watch something. I don't know what we'll watch though. There's Final Fantasy stuff. Number one thing that helps my frustrations, I guess, just listening to music and then trying to focus on my life. I'm looking at some random video. I'm looking at like a video, but not really. Still not sure, I hope not. I thought I heard a knock at the door. I thought I heard a knock at the door, and I didn't. So I was hoping that wasn't. And luckily, it wasn't. Luckily, nothing was bad was happening. I thought that maybe I was too loud. I have had an issue with the last apartment a long time ago. I honestly had the door open. It was too hot, and I didn't have a fan, so I'd leave the door open, and it'd be night, and I'd be talking to someone quietly on Discord. Some random WoW friend. It was midnight. I was talking to someone on Discord, and someone came to my door and said it was too loud, and I had to stop talking or close the door or whatever. But having a door open when you're talking to other people is not a good idea. Especially if you're loud. I have a pretty loud voice. I don't know why. I'm just always pretty loud. I'm louder than the average person. Yeah, it's not fun. I haven't had any problems with the current complex other than the toxic texts I got. People are accusing me of false things that weren't true at all, or maybe they were true, and I just don't want to believe that. Maybe I should play I don't know if I should play Cat Attack. I tried to sell it for more than it's worth, and that hasn't helped at all. Cat Attack is not making me any actual money for one reason, which is I haven't sold many copies because it's not that great and it's kind of random. The plot is kind of paper thin, it's mostly just do random quests, get rewarded, and then there's like sort of a strange story that doesn't really flow very well. What else can I do, you know? What else should I do tonight? You guys can suggest things, and I will listen. I will listen to whatever your suggestions are. I don't know if I'll go through with ideas you guys give me. If you guys go through it, if you guys give me ideas, I will look into that and see what I can do about it. And I'll try. These ideas I'm talking about, either ideas that I can do for videos or ideas for my live streams. Whatever you guys have, I'm interested in trying to do them or looking into doing them. Actually looking into it, not just lying about it, saying, "Oh, I'll do that," or I'll think about it and then not doing anything. I think the weirdest thing I did a Dr. Pepper shower. I was completely naked, and I did block off. I had someone censor it. Some guy had looked at my nudity and censor it, but the censors weren't enough. The censoring of my body was not enough for any website. Facebook, Twitter, it's Kiwi Farms left. Kiwi Farms, Facebook, Twitter, they all censored it more, and that's not safe for work. YouTube removed it pretty quickly. Facebook removed it immediately. And that was kind of, I was hoping to get a little infamy for the Dr. Pepper shower. But that did not go well because I got like more blocks and stuff on everything. More blocks and then more everything. It's just kind of frustrating to get blocked and everything, but it happens. I play video games, but mostly computer games. And I can't do anything on Facebook. There's a pretty girl that posts some pretty pictures of herself, and I want to like them, but I can't. I'm a serial liker. If I like someone, I let them know. Mr. Berger is posting another stupid toxic thing. Let me see. I'm sure you tagged me. And no. All that happened was I was by myself. It was like no one else in the train pretty much. It was like at 9:30 at night on a weekday, so no one was there. No one else was there. Nothing really happened interesting whatsoever. It was just me sitting on a train recording myself on the train as if it was interesting. It was not interesting at all. It was very bland. Very generic video, nothing engaging whatsoever, but I uploaded it anyway, as if it was engaging and interesting. But strangely, one of my TikTok videos is getting almost 30,000 views, and sadly, it was kind of a rude video I made. And Black Blood, I don't think I can. I'm on my third Twitch now. My first one got banned after I got pranked with nudity, and then foolishly opened an attachment that they said was nudity. My second one got banned. I disputed, or I don't really call it, like requested a review of my week-long ban, and then instead of removing it or ignoring or refusing it, they actually made it permanent. So that's a tip for you guys. If you get any sort of ban on Twitch, do not dispute it. Do not don't dispute it. Don't ask for a review. Just accept your punishment and get over it, because they can and they will make it a worse punishment because that's what they do. They will actually review your content and ban you permanently on a single strike if you try to dispute your punishment and ask for a review. That's not good. They are not a good company. They're not honest. I mean, obviously you're part of Amazon. Amazon shit too. Anything owned by Amazon sucks. It's just not worth your time. Like, I was an author on Amazon for 13 years, 12 and a half years. Then suddenly, without any warning, I got an immediate permanent ban, or what do they call it, like a suspension. And I've tried to dispute it several times, and then they've told me they said I've manipulated their services, and they won't reinstate me no matter what I do. No matter how much I ask, they're not going to do anything about it, and there's a permanent ban at Amazon too. But I don't know what's with Amazon. They're just not very healthy. They're not very well run or something, or maybe someone reported my content or something. It was just, obviously I probably deserved it. If you look at my Goodreads profile, Jesse Raiden Goodreads, I agree with this woman, Mr. Burgers, Berg ARS. Nothing to do with women at all. I was just really angry, and nothing to do with women. I realize you're going off on one of your unique, retarded rants, and you can't help it. And I don't know, like, whatever happens, it's frustrating that it happens, but it's gonna happen. I've come to accept it. Why am I doing that? Why am I playing with my broken nail? I have a broken nail clipper, fell apart. I use it just to clean the nails. I use a different one to cut my nails. I clean my nails with this one and cut with a different one. So I'm looking at everything around here. I don't know what I want to do with my stream tonight. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go on. I mean, I'm actually getting some, people are talking and stuff. Which is nice. I'm getting the same people talking, and people are talking, and they're chatting with each other, or mostly with me, and people aren't really chatting with each other. It's not much of a organized chat. People are just talking, and then nail salon. I don't really want to go to nail salon. I want to get my feet help fixed over. I want to go to like a doctor, or even like a podiatrist, or a foot, what do you call it, like a foot massage, or my feet have these ugly corns on them, and that's not. I don't know if it's worth it, but I get like these calluses or corns on my left like my toes, my big toes aren't comfortable with shoes I wear, so this doesn't go well for me. What do you guys think of Grok? I don't trust Grok. I feel like Grok goes off on tangents and makes stuff up, and often what they're saying is not even true. Grok. I'm asking Grok about my stream. Grok is saying my stream is not live. Grok accused me of not running a stream. I'm gonna try to look at this. Grok is lying to me or something. Is this stream not live or something? Grok is saying that it's not. They can't see my live stream. I'm trying to look at my stream, see what Grok thinks of the stream, and it's not working. Grok is always lying though. I don't know if it's lying or just a little confused. It's just a little weird. I don't trust. I don't trust AI very much. AI is a little unreliable, or a lot unreliable at times. Of course, I'm not an expert in AI. I have done a little work with it over the years. I had a few jobs related to that, but I'm not an expert. I haven't really designed any serious AI. I made a goofy AI as a child. Like as a teenager, I made some really weird AI that had like a bunch of jokes in it, and randomly generated like sarcastic comments, and it only responded to a few keywords. It did not actually say much other than a few random things. AI is fun, I guess, but it's a little frustrating. I know you like AI. I know Mr. Berg ARS, Berg Air is how to pronounce that. You like AI, but I don't like AI that much. I feel like it's a little toxic even. Especially Cortana. Or not Cortana, what's it called? Especially Copilot is a liar that cites dishonest posts and then accuses me of things that aren't true. It cites the operative's Reddit retardation and then expects me and then tells me that's treats it like a fact. If you ask the Copilot about me, it'll come up with random shit about that operative made up in like 6 years ago, which is really annoying. But that's something he does. That's something that I've gotten used to with Copilot. I'm not a fan of Copilot in general. And it has a sort of toxic, almost abusive personality at times. That's really weird. That one, I would not rely on Copilot. Other than maybe putting in your old... I put in C++, even QBasic programs to AI and see what it thinks of them. And often it makes me realize I made some big mistakes when I was younger, like a child, making programs. I made a lot of classic rookie mistakes, like not initializing variables in QBasic, like not setting all the variables to 0 when I started a program and just leaving them with, and often they have junk. If you put in the variable without initializing it at 0, it often has bugs or glitches, especially if you run it multiple times. It starts at 0 by default, I think, but if you don't initialize your variables, it's good practice to initialize variables. That's one of those early tips. Well, I don't know if it's a good idea. I wouldn't trust Copilot with your homework, especially if the homework's about me. Of course, no one's doing homework about me. But yeah, I think doing your homework with AI or getting assistance with AI for homework might be a little risky. I'm pretty sure that programs are designed to detect that now. Like they will detect AI, detect they'll detect plagiarism, they'll realize what you're doing. I don't know if they're good at it, but I think they can detect these things these days. I think that teachers and professors and everyone can detect things. And that's just a little strange, I mean, not strange, but just people don't want to use it. People don't want to trust AI. They don't want people to rely on it. I like essays for creative projects, but people have told me that the essays aren't that great, and that it can be it's not that healthy to use essays. That it's better off doing like more creative projects. I was not a fan of the forced creativity poster boards. It was like you had to do what they wanted you to do, but you're supposed to be creative doing it. Like you have to design a little game or do a skit. If I could have done whatever I wanted it to, like whatever I wanted to with my creative project, I would have liked it more. But with these high school things, you had to like glue pictures on a poster or do a little like book report. I thought book report should have been done with after junior high school or even elementary school. Dioramas in 7th grade, that's okay. But when you're a senior in high school, you shouldn't have to dance around and do a little skit unless that class is specifically for that stuff. If you're like in a drama class or jazz band, which I was in, then maybe that's fine. But if you're in English or history, you shouldn't be forced to do childish posters. That's one of those things that happens. That's one of the things you have to learn to deal with when you're in high school. At least American high schools. Maybe other high schools other than California don't have that forced creativity bullshit, but I was always forced to do what they consider creative work. And I was not very good at it. I was not good at being more open-minded and having to do like artsy stuff. I was not really treated with respect as a little kid in like elementary school and kindergarten. They didn't like that I wasn't good with scissors. 'Cause as a left-handed person, the scissors just didn't work out very well. They just bend the page. I always needed left-handed scissors. They only had right-handed scissors. And they had those right-handed desks in high school. Like the desks that curve. They have like a little curve, and they're on your right side. They don't have like a big full desk. They have a little curved desk that's designed to appeal to right-handed people rather than left-handed people. I don't like that. I don't like those forced right-handed desks. That's another tangent to go off. That's another tangent there. Anyway, we have been here 63 minutes now. We've gone on more than we did last time. I mean, this time it's more active and more like detail and stuff. More people here. Last time, I think Mr. Burgers guy, the AI Mr. Burgers chatted a little bit, and no one else was here. But it's okay. It's cool to have people hang out and stuff. We're obviously not using Discord. I think I changed my server's name. It was something pretty angry and weird. And everyone left the server because you guys all leave my servers at the same time when I don't behave as you want me to. So there we have it. There I have it too. So I don't know what else to do tonight. I gave out a stream key. I gave out my stream channel, posted it on various social media, all the social media I could have posted it on. And that is what happens. That's what happened. I stream, and I stream. Me, I stream. I'm trying to stream more often because it's pretty fun. I know it doesn't always go very well when I get angry, whatever. But streaming is fun, even though it's kind of frustrating at times when it doesn't succeed and I don't get much traction on it. Let's see, external, I'm looking at all the stats. See what is going on. We don't have much going on the stream, just me talking to you guys. See that most of you guys are on your phone though. Most of you on your phone watching this, not your computer. Because I'm streaming from the computer. You would know if I was streaming from my phone because it'd be blurry, or it's already pretty blurry, isn't it? It's already pretty blurry. Anyway, I'm gonna, let's see. Let us see what will happen tonight. I've done a few reviews tonight of candy and other various things. I have too much variety maybe on the channel. I have a lot of things I do. I don't always stick to the same stuff. I just do random stuff. I just do whatever I feel like doing at the time and do the same things more than once. I used to have a more consistent channel where I only did burger reviews, but now I do more than just the burgers. I do other content whenever I feel like it, and then like candy and stuff. Yeah, I don't have any lights in front of me. I have the side and the back here. I could turn on other lights, see how that works. See, if I turn on another light, turn on the other light, maybe that'll be a little brighter. It's on the other side. Now I have two lights on both sides. I think it's a little better now. I think it's a lot better, actually. Probably should have had both lights on the whole time. I don't know if you guys see it yet, but I'm seeing it on... You will see me stand up in a couple seconds. But I am seeing myself sitting down with more lights on. There we go. That's the full lighting. All the lighting. That's the best lighting I can get in this apartment right now. I could turn on the bedroom light. That wouldn't really benefit me much. That wouldn't really do anything new. It wouldn't really help out with the lighting in general. I should probably get more lights or something, but I don't have much in the way of lighting here. I just have two lamps, the kitchen light, and then this little hallway light. It's not like a hallway, but it's like a hallway light in the non-hallway area. Yeah, you've already seen it now, but when I did it, it wasn't done yet on stream. It's a little behind, like a little slower. It's a little bit of lag because I have it set to normal lag. I don't have it set up to the low latency or ultra low. I think if you have ultra low latency, you get a lower quality stream, and also you don't get as much. You can't have like a live chat replay. I think if you do the lowest latency possible, it doesn't have that stuff going on. It doesn't have the ultra low latency. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do this. I don't want to bore you guys with a long ass stream and then keep talking about the same stuff. So what else can we do, I guess? The question is, what else can we do? What else should we do, maybe? What else do I want to do, even? Because this is up to me. It says I'm the captain now, and this is my decision to do what I want or what I don't want. I mean, I don't want to do things I don't want to do. If I want to do something, I should do that what I want to do, right? I should just do whatever I want. Like, bitch, I do what I want. Like, bitch, I do what I want. Smoothie Cartman. I'm glad you're not bored, but I mean, if no one should be bored. I want to be entertaining, even though I know I go on and on sometimes. If people are interested, I can do whatever I want. I can try to be entertaining. Not really playing any games right now, though. Maybe I should play some game or something. But what else do I want to do is the question. What else should I do is another question to ask. It's just a couple questions. What do I want to do? What should I do? And what will I do? There's 3 questions to ask here. And I don't really have an answer yet. It's observing my channel, looking at the videos I made, looking at the streaming in general. Anyway, I'm gonna give like I'll say a 3 to 5 minute warning. I'm gonna end the stream in a few minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes, maybe around 6:10, 6:15. That's more like 7 to 8 minutes. But I'm gonna end the stream, not just gonna close it down, but I'm giving a warning now. I'm gonna end the stream within a little while when I feel like it, before 6:20 at least. So I'm just gonna give some warning. Last time I just ended the stream without any sort of context or delay or anything. I just ended it, and that was all I did. So we are at 69 minutes. It's actually 1 hour and 9 minutes. If you look at YouTube, it's 69 minutes. Just started streaming 69 minutes ago, which is that's accurate. I started streaming at 4:58 maybe. That's about right. Christmas chat. So I've been asking Grok advice to my channel. I don't know if I trust Grok on what to do with the channel, but Grok gives advice. I don't know how helpful it is, but Grok will give advice. I ask Grok random questions, it answers it as best as it can, or maybe not. Maybe Grok is not healthy to use. Maybe there's something wrong with it. Maybe there's something untrustworthy with them. Yeah, I don't want to do this all night, but I am happy to try this out more often. I'm going to try to keep my streams an hour or two at most. This standard short, I don't know if it's short form, but I know other people will stream for a lot longer. I think next stream I'm going to do something else, like actually do something active on the channel. You know, maybe I'll clean a little bit before I go. Maybe just clean up a little bit as I can. CVS bag here, put some stuff in it. Organize my games. Show off this, I don't know, Def Leppard CD I have for some reason. I don't know much cleaning, but no all-nighters. I was doing an all-nighter once, but I took my medication and I got tired of it. Anyway, yeah. 6:09, so I thought it should be 6:10 already, but it's not. It's 6:09. Thought it'd be a little later than that. I feel like it's been a little longer, but it's been, yeah, there we go, hit 6:10. It is currently 6:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's about right, you know? That's the current time. Thank you, everyone, for watching, or Black Bud and even Mr. Burgers, or Mr. AI Burgers for watching tonight. And we are going to end the broadcast. We're going to stop streaming and then end the broadcast, and that is the end of that chapter. We can order. You want to order me a burger, or I have to order my own burgers?